finding these guys is just the beginning. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 secret bosses in video games. For this list, we've selected the most memorable and notable bosses that are fought outside of the main campaign, and there should be some element of secrecy involved in finding them. Because some games and franchises have multiple hidden bosses, only one entry per franchise will be allowed. Number 10, the Cow King, Diablo 2. Not all secret bosses have to be epic challenges, some are actually fun in-jokes. Case in point, the Cow level, which was long rumored to be a secret level in the original Diablo. This was apparently untrue, but in response, the secret cow level was added in the sequel, with this bovine monarch being found at the level's core. While the fight is not really difficult, experienced players will tell you that it's best to avoid killing the Cow King, since doing so prevents you from returning to the bovine realm in the future. If and when you spot him, it's probably best to run, not from fear of death, but from fear of losing your favorite grinding spot. Number 9, the Wither, Minecraft. This creature may look like a bunch of blocks put together, and technically that's what it is, but it's still a major challenge. To make it spawn, the player must perform a summoning ceremony with 3 wither skeleton skulls and soul sand, both of which you'll need to go to the Nether to find. It will jump out at you as his health increases and it grows in size, ending with an explosion. Then he can finally be damaged. After that, its 3 heads go on the offensive, throwing projectiles at the player that causes your health to slowly deplete, all while regenerating a half heart every second and destroying every block it touches. Damn, for a game about building things, that's pretty darn destructive. Number 8, the Lingering Will, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. While Sephiroth is probably the most well-known secret boss from this franchise, the Lingering Will holds more weight in terms of scope, difficulty, and story. Found in Disney Castle and only in the 2.5 remix version for Western players. This mysterious figure wears Terra's armor, as seen in the game's secret ending, and makes some cryptic comments, then gives Sora the series' greatest challenge. This boss utilizes an enormous arena, all of which will be needed to avoid his powerful, wide-striking attacks. His true nature is not entirely known, and might get revealed in the 3rd game if that ever comes out. Just be ready to die, a lot. And speaking of dying a lot, it's over! Number 7, the Darklurker, Dark Souls 2. From Software is no stranger to having hidden bosses in their games. For example, there's the Moon Presence in Bloodborne and the Ancient Wyvern in Dark Souls 3. But with so many to choose from, the Darklurker just nudged ahead. In order to find it, the player must light all 3 beacons in the Dark Chasm of Old and clear its dungeons, which in and of itself is no easy feat. When actually fighting the creep, it can use swords, spears, beams, meteors, fireballs, and explosions to subdue the player, all of which deal huge amounts of magic damage. Oh, and if that's not enough, once you've finally beaten it, it can still throw one final attack at you, even with 0 health. Youch. Number 6, Culex, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the 7 Stars. The Super Mario franchise isn't known for its bosses, but Culex proves to be the exception to the rule. He's an interdimensional being that can be found in a rift behind a door in Monstro Town, which can only be opened after obtaining a shiny stone from a little girl in Moleville. If you accept his challenge, the battle begins. He is fought alongside 4 crystals of earth, fire, water, and wind, each with their own health bar. Epic in scope and a tribute to the Final Fantasy series, with the Final Fantasy IV boss theme that plays during the battle. It's certainly a great series to take boss inspiration from, and we're gonna get to that later. Number 5. Noob Sailbot, Mortal Kombat 2. Don't let the name fool you, this guy is no noob. Rather, his name is the surnames of Mortal Kombat creators Ed Boon and John Tobias, spelt backwards. In his debut, he has a black palette swap of Scorpion, before he received a more fleshed out backstory later in the series due to his popularity.
Feel the power of...
To unlock this battle, you must win either 50 or 25 matches in a row, depending on the system, which will transport the player to Goro's lair, where the face-off will begin. Defeating him will take patience, quick thinking, and fast reflexes, but the satisfaction should be worth it. Lastly, while Reptile from the original game was considered for this list, Noob has proven to be the series' most enduring secret.
Get on! Feel the power of...
Number 4. Rodan, Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2.
I'm not one to talk shit, but you might be biting off more than you can chew, you dig?
Despite being one of Bayonetta's closest allies, Rodan appears in both games as a hidden boss. In both appearances, he is unlocked by purchasing a platinum ticket that is available for just under 10 million halos.
Hey, if you think you've got enough halos to afford it, how about you show me some love?
Father Rodan, as the boss in the first game is called, is an angelic figure who possesses massive strength and speed. Conversely, Rodan the Infinite One is a demonic iteration who is just as fast and uses powerful, swift fist attacks. In both occasions, though, he's incredibly difficult, thanks to the amount of damage he can inflict, so be prepared to see that game over screen a couple of times. Number 3. Penance, Final Fantasy X. The fact that 10 powerful superbosses known as the Dark Aeons need to be defeated before challenging this monstrosity is telling of how difficult it is. While the Final Fantasy VII Weapons was considered for this list, Penance is considered to be the hardest boss in the entire series, and for good reason. To even stand a chance against this guy, you need to max out your entire party stats, and be prepared for a battle that will last at least an hour, as he has 12 million hit points and extremely powerful attacks that can wipe out your whole party in a single shot. By the way, the word penance means voluntary self-punishment, which is a fitting title for such a boss. Number 2. The Monster Hunter monsters, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This entry in the Metal Gear Solid series features a crossover with Capcom's Monster Hunter series, featuring a Rathalos, a Tigrex, as well as a unique monster, the Gear Rex, as optional bosses.
Then Mother Base, get Gear Rex under control!
They can be found in separate hunting quests, which are unlocked by finding the feline Trenya, who is hidden in Mission 29. Each monster is more difficult than the last, with each providing a different moveset and requiring a different strategy to beat. Not to mention, it's just plain fun to pit Big Boss against some of our favorite monsters. Now, if only we could get an entire game with this crossover. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Yeah!
Number 1. Akuma, Street Fighter II Turbo. What rockets this secret boss to the top of our list is the difficulty involved in reaching him. To do so, the player must play through the single player mode without using a continue, as well as land 3 perfect wins. When you get to the final boss, M. Bison, Akuma will come in and annihilate him, bringing an even greater threat to the table.
Round 1, fight!
Since his initial appearance, Akuma has gone from secret to icon of the Street Fighter franchise, and that's yet another reason for him to be our number 1 pick. Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite hidden boss?
I gotta hand it to you. You sure let me have my fun.
For more clandestine top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Feel the power of